So after I did the video of a walkthrough, I'm continuing today and spend the day trying to straighten up the games room. This is the last space in our home that's got really messy and needs sorting. I'm going to start by removing that basket and that stuff on the floor because that doesn't remain in here. And I'm going to put this bedding away first. So anything that's not stopping in here, I'll remove it first, and then I will sort the desks out afterwards. I've allowed for the rest of the day to do this. I'm going to leave the freezer for another day. Probably the bathroom and cloakroom may do tomorrow. I was thinking about doing that today, but I want to concentrate on this area today and try and get this straightened up by the end of today. So, excuse any noise. I have got the windows all open up here just to let the upstairs air. So I emptied all this and it's in immaculate condition. This actually was when I was an Avon representative many moons ago, but I've kept this because it's got all the different compartments. It's got all the zipped areas, places for everything. Also, I've got sort of the purse to go with it, and this as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip all this up. I think what I will do is, if I've got room, I'm going to store this with the rest of my bags for the time being, because it is in really good condition. There's nothing wrong with it. This I've also emptied of all the paperwork. This is concertinaed down into different compartments that may stay in here for the time being. It's quite handy, I suppose, if I'm sorting paperwork, if I'm on sort of the go and things like that, but I'll put a question mark on that. But this I'm going to put in my bedroom along with all my bags. I've put anything that is going down here, because obviously that's not going to remain in there, and hopefully I'll get that video sorted as well with everything that's leaving our home. So I've got all bags here, and I'm hoping this may go at the side there so that I can keep it. So I've put that there. I may end up having to get rid of a few bags. I think I pulled my owl bag out because some of the coating was coming off, but I've kept my sort of padded black bag because we use that when we go away. So I've got that put away. The idea is to get stuff put away and find places for, rather than make lots of piles. As I said, I know I've got that, but that's all going. As I said, I'm going to sort this bedding out next and get this put in the top box. So I'm in the main bedroom. So I've got those two spare blankets at the top there. Granddaughter's sleeping bag, pillow and pillowcase, and then her quilt set here. This is the one that's got Daniel's coats in. It's in the main bedroom, like I said, and his winter bedding there. I might actually add our bedding as well, or should I say my bedding there as well. I'm not going to vacuum pack it at the moment due to the fact that, you know, come September, October time, I'm going to need it anyway. So that is the bedding moved over. I am trying not to start anything else sort of messing around, but like I said, the albums I've got rid of, I think it was 5 albums, but I've got a lot more. I have actually put to burn some photographs. Might be sacrilege, but you might know this from past experience for yourselves, depending on your age, what you keep and what you don't keep. We have got so many albums. Some of them, at least 2 of them, I haven't touched because they're ones that hubby actually put together before I knew him. I've known him, or known of him, I should say, a number of years. We were a week off our 35th wedding anniversary, and I knew him 4 years before we got married as well, so quite some time. So what I'm going to do is, these have got envelopes full of the photographs I want to keep. I've got rid of a lot of photographs. You know, when you get them of weddings, whether they're family or friends, and you lose contact, or for whatever reason they've split up and things like that. I've just kept 1 or 2 photographs, or any that I've got family members, which I mean like my sons or hubby in. I've kept those, but all the rest I'm burning. And it's going to take quite some time to get all this done. So I've got the envelopes here. So I'm going to put these down the bottom here, ready to be, you know, sort of put in new albums, or whether I scan them. Got baby photographs of our first son, or my first son. Albums are going right back. Now you have to realise that, because of my age, this is before digital cameras, phones and everything like that. Yes, mobile phones. I'm not going to go back as... Yes, we did have landline, before anybody mentions. I've got camera equipment and tripod and everything there, because obviously that was before digital cameras and whatever. But I've got so many albums there, plus my to-do list going back years. I don't know whether to get those destroyed as well. They don't have a lot of meaning. I haven't gone through them for years. Sometimes it's on odd occasions. It's nice to go back a certain maybe time and everything. But I've also got diaries that I've got sort of things written in when I was going through a really bad stage in my life, and was seeing a wellbeing officer, and my anxiety and panic attacks was really bad. Do excuse all the dust down there. Although I had the albums out, I didn't actually dust it. But that's enough about photographs. I think I've just about near enough cleared the sofa. I've added wellies and the industrial boots there. They're going as well. I'm just going to move next. I think I want to put that box, because the mattress lifts up in Daniel's room. That box is going there, and there's a blanket that I need to take out that was originally our eldest son. See if he wants it, because it's one that hasn't been used in years. So I put the box down there. It's still got like all the cables and everything, and the old sort of box and router in there. And I've pulled this really thick blanket out. I'm going to say it's got like a pirate ship on. I'd like to say it's at least about 20 odd years old, maybe longer than that. Both my sons have used it, but I'm going to send it to my eldest son, because I'm sure they're going to want it, or at least for our granddaughter. So as I said, it's handy because this bed does lift up, and it has a lot of the boxes under there for technology anyway. And this was my son's decision to put the box there, because then if we need it anytime, it is there. So that is the sofa now cleared in the games room. Okay, so I've got these folders to sort out and put away. It doesn't look like it, but every time I come in here, I sort of clearing bits off of the desk and putting it away. So I'm getting there slowly. I do apologise if I seem out of breath a lot today, due to the fact I'm feeling quite unwell, and it's taken me all day just to get tied up in here. But that's what I'm sort of want to get done today. But as I say, every time I come up the stairs or whatever, I'm sort of putting pieces away and doing it like that. So I'm getting there, like I said, even though it's taken me all day to do this. Again, I apologise for being out of breath. My blood pressure is a little bit on the high side today. and also there might be a lot of fluttering of particles in the air. I realised when I was going back over some of my footage, obviously disturbing dust and moving blankets and things like that. Yes, the lighting's slowly got worse. I have got the light on, but it's not a very good light in here, but we tend to use it more for the fan. Because it's been raining, so I have cleared most of the desk. This is where I work at the moment with phone calls. I put this system in place because I already had these dividers, so it's in this leather case because most of that is to do with you know, what's happened in the last couple of months. I'm dealing with things. There's a few things that need filing away, but basically a lot of things is what I'm dealing with, and it's in alphabetical order and in date order. I've got folders at the moment in here while I'm still organising paperwork, and this is what I used originally for receipts, but I've gone through that, and practically all the receipts now have gone in the pile to be burnt. And then I've got notepads and things and pens here because when I'm jotting things down on the phone. I have 3 boxes now that are basically full of stuff to be burnt, with going through everything, including this one as well, which I tend to pull that one out, empty it into that one because that's the last one to be filled. And then I use that one around the home or on the top when I'm sort of sorting things out. Do excuse all the dust. I am not cleaning in here today. The last little job I've got to do, which probably won't be on camera because I'll be doing this while we watch TV tonight, because a lot of bits I think belong to Daniel is in that bowl there. I love this bowl. It's a shame it's been used that way, but this is what I mean. It's one of our hot spots, and some of the items I'm not sure what they belong to. Obviously printer there. So I've cleared most of the workstation and everything, the desks, although it's not normally as cluttered as this, but just as it is. But as I said, I will dust and hoover it. I may get that done tomorrow. And then I've just got a few little bits and pieces. I'm still got a question mark on my owl. That used to go in the lounge. Whether I put it somewhere else, I'm not sure. I put a question mark on that while I've been sort of sorting this out. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. And a couple of bits that are obviously belonging to Daniel. Obviously that's what he had for Christmas. I think it was this Christmas just gone. But there's a couple of items I'm not sure if he wants to keep or not. And I think there's some little bits in there that I need him to go through. I've sort of sorted out what I could, got all the files back, still got a couple of little areas, but I'm pretty glad that I've got done what I intend to do, which was finished doing some of the filing and files, got the desks pretty cleared, finished clearing the floor and the sofa. Yeah, over there we got the blow-up bed for our granddaughter, and one of them, which is that one, is the sofa, which we don't keep in the caravan, and like the case there as well, just the fact we're still sort of out and about and going away at the moment. Over in that corner is everything to do with Daniel's Lego game. So a lot of stuff in here is not actually my domain. Paperwork was more me, so I got that sorted. It's still a little bit cluttered, but a lot of the stuff belongs to Daniel and used to belong to hubby, so I'm not quite sure what's gonna end up dealing with that lot, but at the moment it just needs a good clean, which I've been on this room probably off and on for about a week and a half due to paperwork, but hopefully in the next day or so I'll give it a good hoover, a good dust and clean. As I said, it usually gets done really well during my spring clean, but all these drawers are full of games. I'm not touching that because it is organised, but that will be done for another time. But like I said, surface is a lot better than it was, and then I can sit tonight and sort that bit out. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.